welcome back to my channel. My name is Campbell and I've been doing a review of some of my favorite art books. I am an art book author myself and I wanted to celebrate the work of others by sharing with you my favorites. And last week we did a really fun drawing from one of Christopher Hart's books. I own 11 of his books. He's so prolific and such a fantastic teacher. I actually taught how to draw this fashion figure. I couldn't find it today, so the best I could do was print you out a picture. This is the book that I reviewed here on this channel, and this is the drawing that we did together. Your feedback was so enthusiastic, and in my Facebook group, I just saw tons and tons of people actually creating this project and drawing along with me. It made me so happy that I'm gonna come back and do another one with you this week. And I thought we would do a cool guy. I wanted to have the guy next to the girl. It would be perfect on this paper. I cannot find this freaking drawing to save my life. So we're just gonna do one on a new sheet of paper. So get out your paper and get ready to draw along with me today. This is one of his other figures books, and also the reason I'm highlighting figures is that I'm actually working on my own how to draw figures book right now, and there are so many ways to draw the figure. I have my own way, which I came up with, which I have deemed the quadrant method. There is a video on this channel that describes what that is and how it works, and why it's easy and why it gives great results. And I wanted to do a book on that, but then there's so many valid ways to draw figures. I actually, in my book, have decided I'm going to highlight all of them, like compile all the different ways, because one way might work for you for one person, and it might work better to do a different technique on another drawing. So there's no wrong way to do one, so I'm going to bring them all to you. So this is just Christopher Hart's way is a great easy way. So it's a great starting place, and it's a great thing to do on YouTube because there's a lot of beginners here, so it's perfect. So I will give you the rundown flip through at the end, and I just like to dive right into it. So here is the cool dude that would make an awesome date for our awesome lady. He looks like the perfect match for him. That's why I picked him out. So let's go step by step. Again, I love Christopher Hart's instructions because they're clear, they're concise. It doesn't give too many things in one step. You can follow right along. So I'm gonna have my book off to the side, but I'm gonna give full credit to Christopher Hart. This is not my teaching, this is his, but I do think it's fun to have step-by-step instruction with a live drawer person. You can follow along a little bit more easily that way. So I'm gonna start with an oval. This is a Pentel Graph Gear 100. I like these mechanical pencils because they're weighted. So we're just gonna do a little oval for his head, and this would be kind of straight up and down, and I'm gonna cock it to the side just a hair, because that's what he looks like. So just an oval. I have a really hard time only drawing one. I usually have to draw like 100. And that's just me building up some momentum. I didn't warm up or anything. I'm terrible about doing that. I never do it. It is a really good idea. So there's usually about 8 circles drawn, and that is totally fine. And then I'm going to draw a little neck. Now men's necks are typically wider than women's necks. So that's going down. And then also I've noticed right away, I'm going to do just what he does. I'm putting in the face guidelines. So we have the horizontal, which should go halfway down, and the vertical. And the reason I redid the neck is because I just realized the neck was going off to the side as well, and I really want the neck to go straight down and just the head is tilted. Now we're going to do his shoulders, and the shoulders are also askew. So straight or horizontal would be like this, and we're just gonna change it like that a little bit so the angle is up. And that's what he highlights on step 2. So we'll just go ahead and put that in there. Okay, you can do more or less. And it's about maybe like two head widths. Okay, now I'm noticing on this side, there's a little bit of a curve in like this. And this side is more curved like this. These are like almost parallel. Okay, whoop and whoop. And then the waist is pretty much straight across. So you can already see the kind of swagger start to develop there. Now we have this cute little, I have to say, it's just like a tighty-whitey shape. Just calling it like it is. Nothing to be embarrassed about. We all wear underwear. So there's our tighty-whities. Boop, boop. And then we have the legs. Now the fun thing about all these drawings too is that, like, with fashion illustration or any illustration, you can lengthen things, you can have things, you know, they don't have to be perfect. This is not a perfect, perfectly anatomically correct system. So I'm just gonna start with the top of the legs till about here. It's about the same, a little shorter than the what's it called, torso up there. Okay, so we have this, and then he puts a circle in. Now this is a lot for the first step, I'm not gonna lie. At least we don't have arms yet. This could have been broken down a little bit into more steps, but that's all right. I got you. That's what I'm here for. So we have knee, knee, and then this one is bent. So this one we're gonna make shorter. So we're gonna come out here at the calf and then come in, and this one just comes in kind of quickly because he's taken a step. And then we have the foot shape. Just zoom in a little bit. So it goes out, it's like a diamond. It's like out, and then it kind of comes back around for the toe. And then this one will be longer, because it's straight and then on the ground. So we're gonna come down, and then there's another circle for the ankle. And then these kind of come straight. And then there's like the toe part of the shoe. And then a little heel in the back. Okay, so that is a lot for step one, but we got it. We got it. Christopher would not leave us hanging. Okay, so now step two, he puts on his face, and we have some arms starting to show up as well. Really the wrong height. Okay. So for the shirt, we just go straight down. I love this. Doesn't get any more simple than that. So on either side, we just come down and down, make little triangles. So we have triangle 1 and triangle 2. So we can have them come up like this, or just have the fabric going up. And then his note is that elbows are bent downwards. And another little fun fact is that the elbows always line up with the waist. So if his waist is here, we'll know where to stop the elbows right away. So this one is coming down, down, and then at the elbow too, there's a little circle. So we can do the same thing here. Now again, this one appears to be, well, they're both bent. So again, it's kind of circle, and then circle here, and then his hands are in the pocket, which is kind of the best ever, because then no fingers, stupid fingers. And so we have this and this, okay? And then what else is in this step? Oh yeah, his facey face. So here's his face. He's got a bigger round of a head. And then for the face, so his eyes keep super simple. They're just 2 lines for the top and the bottom of the eye. 2 lines, 2 lines. He's looking off. He's gonna look at his girl, if I can freaking find her. And there's just some kind of pupils in between, eyebrows straight across, nose comes down and shoots. Oh, why is my phone on? So rude, Karen. And then he's got his little sideways, adorable glance. And that's all we have for step 2. All right, so step 3, he does a little explanation with these arrows so that you can understand his kind of swagger. And I love that this step is more of a check-in. The only thing he's adding really are the hair, and a little bit more pants than legs are showing up here. But what I love is that there's this, it's like check-in. Do you have these angles? Like the right side should be straight and the left side should have this curve. So I love this. And then also the back leg tapers. Now my back leg is really not tapered that much. And I notice his drawing is changed at this point too. So I'm gonna change my drawing based on his notes. Thank you. So taper that back. And again, this also has more like pants on at this point. So some of these guidelines start disappearing, and then his like underwear disappears in the step, and we can make the pants a little bit, you know, bigger too, because they're obviously covering his legs. So say goodbye to the tighty whities. He still has this oval, this circle in for this step, but again, the pants are a little bit, this can flare when it comes down here. And the same thing here too, it doesn't have to be, this one could also, you know, be flat. Or he could be wearing like bells like his girlfriend there in the picture that I, you know, can't find. So we have pants instead of, and no underpants. I erased his underpants line, and then the crotch is just straight across. And then the only thing we're adding too, so let's double check our lines, and we can erase these guidelines. So the left side, we have that nice bend. So again, double check. Yep, we got that there. And again, his shirt can kind of come off. And then this one is straight up and down. And mine was a little bit curved, so I made that correction. Okie dokie. And then we have his face. We can add some hair, which can really be anything we want to. I have like this desire to give him a mohawk. Is that weird? I'm gonna do it. Get rid of his pore. Oh, he's so cute. Get rid of his, all these, he has 8 heads for his circle. Heads for his circle. He has 8 circles for his head. Ah! So here's his face, and we can give some ears. Because ears are good, you know, for hearing. And then I'm gonna give him this mohawk. He's so cute, the mohawk. He's like, oh shucks. He's like still adorable, even when he has a mohawk. Okay, so cute. So what else we got? Okay, we are in the little clothes details. So we'll give him a collar. Okay, and then shirts. Oh, he's got a little crease here, and he's got a little pocket here. And there's a bunching of there. Oh, he has underwear back on for this step. We already erased it because he had it gone in the step 3, and they're back for step 4. That's so funny. But he's putting them in to show where the pockets go. So that is super valid. So we're gonna just put them here and here. And then as far as erasing lines, we want to make sure that his hands go in the pockets. So we have to make them going in front. And these circles for the elbows disappear. And all these millions of lines disappear as well. And on his arms, lines can go away. And we can get ready to color him. That can go away. Okay, dokie. And then step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's some shadows, but I'm gonna get my markers out to color him. So we'll add the shadows in when I go to color. So anything else? Oh, yep, I still have this ankle circle needs to go. And I think his pants can be like a little longer. I know that super short skinny pants are in for men, but I don't like it. It looks weird to me. That's just showing how old and stupid I am. I know, I'm showing my age, but yeah, I don't like skinny jeans, and I don't like, not that anybody's asking, but I don't like it. And then also they're really short. Their pant legs are short, and like you can see like this much of their socks, like 1985 Michael Jackson. It's not sexy. I'm sorry, Michael. I love you, but no, not sexy. All right, pants. I digress. I'm so sorry. And we're ready to color. So first I'm gonna get my fine liners out. Now here is a really important tip. When you are coloring with alcohol markers, or really any art supply, and you have graphite underneath, your materials matter. So number one, do outline it first. And then number two, make sure you erase out all the graphite, because a lot of art supplies will smear that graphite if you don't get rid of it. So hot tip, heed my warning. If you don't want streaky, get rid of that graphite. It's super important. And also pay close attention to what your fine liners are made out of. Alcohol markers blend really nicely with other alcohol markers. For example, Sharpies are alcohol markers, and Copics and Ohuhus, which are my favorite alcohol markers to work with. If you outline first in a black Sharpie and then you go to color them in, you're gonna get lots of streaking, because alcohol markers are friends and they do blend. So if you don't want that blending, because nobody wants to like have a black streak through their beautiful outline, choose fine liners that are either pigment based or water soluble based, and it'll say right on the package what they're made out of. So just make sure you read your labels, and that will help you steer clear of having ugly black streaks. So get rid of your graphite and make sure you're using fine liners that are pigment based and water soluble, and you will be good to go. So I'm gonna go grab my fine liners and my markers, and I'm gonna color this guy in, okay? All right, I'll be right back. All right, looking at my guy's poor hair, and I can't go through the mohawk. It looks like a crazy like Teletubby hat or something. So I was like, oh, I need some hair ideas. And then I was like, oh, hey, I know a book about guys. This is a cute book that I did called How to Draw Fun Fab Fellas. My first book of the series is How to Draw Fun Fab Faces. And my kids, I have 3 boys, and they were like, why didn't you ever draw boys? Like, you're so stupid with all your stupid girl pictures. And I was like, oh, that's a good point. So I did make this book in honor of my kids. But there's some good hairstyles in here. So I'm gonna adapt one of them. This is very step-by-step. These are great for all ages, just in case you yourself wanna work on guy faces, or you have a child that wants to, or you have a boy that likes to draw. I do have a book for your kids and for you. So let's give them a hair. Let's give them a hair. Let's give them some better hair, put it that way. His ears are so tiny. Come here, ears. Can get a little bit bigger than that. This guy's are cute. So he has some hair here and here. And then basically, it's adorable. And then this one kind of like swoops up like that. I will fine tune it with my fine liners, which is our next move. I really struggle with drawing small. You can ask my students. I kind of chronically bitch about it, but I really do. It's my hardest part for me for drawing figures is the tiny faces are, it's smaller than my thumb. It makes it really hard. And I am so sorry I did not have that zoomed in. My biggest pet peeve with people that are recording drawings. I'm like, I can't see your paper. Sorry. Let me zoom right on in there. Okay, now he's freaking adorable. Hey. Oh, and when I start talking to my characters, that's when I know I've arrived at the character that I would like. Yes, they talk to me, so I have to talk back to them. All right, this guy is ready for some fine liner action. I just had my markers picked out. There they are. And I was like, no, I can't find them. I love these Molotow. I buy up all these fine liners because I love testing them out and see which ones are my fave. And I really like these Molotow ones a lot. They're not too heavy. They're not too light. I'm weirdly picky about the kind of heavy or lightness of my writing utensils and my drawing utensils. So this has pigment ink, and this is what I was talking about. Remember, I was like, you have to make sure. See how it says permanent pigmented water base? Yes, yes, yes. That's exactly what you want to look for. And that means this ink, so I'm looking for a smaller nib, will be perfect for alcohol markers because they're not going to smear. But I'm also going to erase these lines, the graphite under them, as soon as I'm done with my fine liner. I was going to not video this part because I just imagine this is so boring, but I'm just gonna try to go fast. And don't forget, you can adjust the playback setting and speed for all YouTube videos. And you can always feel free to zoom me up, fast forward, you know, mute me. The best is when people are like, you keep shouting, why are you shouting? And I'm like, why don't you have me on mute? Why just put your captions on. Like, you don't ever have to listen to me if you don't want to. You are in control. So if you don't like something, you have the power to change it. Zoop. Oh, I just did a weird zag of his shoe. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But oh well. His arms, I'm just gonna make a little bit thinner than the shirt material. All right, so now this is that crucial step, which is that of erasing. I forgot to grab skin tones, so I'll have to go run and do that, but just do that last. So I usually do 2 shades, at least 2 shades for whatever art supply you're working in, whatever you're coloring in. You always want it. Oh, look at his poor arm. It don't look so good. This one's like really skinny and this one's bigger. Oh well. That's so funny. Put a little line there. Oh, whatever. Oh, that's super funny. All right, now just gonna get really creative for this shirt and have like, you know, sometimes they have like a swatch of a different color. I know, this is craziness right now. Oh, we can even have like this and then this, and then the rest of it a different color. I'm so crazy like that. Get your small nibby nib. And then the rest of the shirt could be a different color. So fancy. I think the chisel may, ow! My finger, my palm of my hand got squished in the cap. All right. Oh, also, Jeanette, who is one of the many magical team members over at Awesome Art School, which is my art school that I own and operate. She is my resident artist there and is on hand all day, every day to help out students if they need anything. I am not available. And she was saying, Karen, you should have like a skin tone guide and like the different color combinations, skin tone combinations with markers. And I was like, I really should. She just said that to me yesterday. And I was like, I'm gonna make one. I do have like a 12-page skin tone guide that compares like Copics with, okay, it looks a little bit like a tube top because I went up like under his armpits like a tube, okay, that's funny. That was not as successful as I thought. Maybe I'll put these shirt lines in and that will, oh, that's a little bit better. So much for my being creative. I just was stupid instead. Anyway, so I am going to I will do that. So, okay, that's just bone dry. And so I actually had to order an entire new set. I'm gonna do it with Ohuhus because Ohuhus are what I recommend everybody get anyways, because Copics are just so expensive. So I'm gonna do lots of different skin tone combinations. And I know that other artists have done them, but what they haven't done, there's kind of a whole, like a missing piece of it, is that I think most people use like, you know, the different shades in the same family to make skin tones, but there's actually so much you can do when you introduce different shades to make skin tones. And I published a number of books that have where the drawings are in alcohol markers, my Fun Fab Fellas being one of them. And so I'll have some blending tips. For example, you can see how stripy they look. So you really need to do like get a couple coats going, get a couple different shades going, and move quickly. There's a whole bunch of little alcohol blending tips that can help. All right, I'm gonna grab some skin tones. I'll be right back. Okay. So we do the light first. And if you noticed, my markers are not smearing any of my outlines because you know why, because I went on and on about it. His poor arms, they are not the same. So that is 1 and 2. And then just pick one side for the shading. Just because you have a little cartoon guy doesn't mean you can't, add a little bit of shading here. So under the sleeves, and then generally like on the sun can't get to those areas. And then hair, what do I have? I guess you can just have the same brown hair, so boring. Shoop. Boop. Oh, he's so cute. And then he can have, if he has, could have red shoes on too. Red or blue. My God, it's so cute. Put like a little brown sole on them. He has like some laces. I don't know why I had to give him frilly laces, but he's way too cute. And then it drives me crazy when characters don't have a ground that they're standing on. So I gotta grab some gray real quick. Oh, that's really dark. And actually, Christopher's last note is draw light streaks under the knee. Ooh, and on top of the toe. Well, we're gonna have to have some, see, and then this one is up in the air. So you have to actually keep the shadows down here, or else that would be weird. That would be like you would be stepping. Oh, he's so cute. All right, he says to put light streaks in. So here, I'm just reaching for this random Sharpie. So on the toe of the shoe, okay. Got there, and where? Under the knee. Draw light streaks. Oh, I don't know why you would do that, but okay. And then here, we'll put some here. I'm just gonna add highlights everywhere, even though this is a big honking marker. Here, we'll put a light streak there. And here is our adorable, adorable, adorable character. Now, I know I was saying earlier to grab 2 shades of the same color. If you don't have 2 shades, you don't have a lot of colors, you can actually just even do 2 coats of the same color. And even 2 coats will be darker than the first one. So just to add a little, bit extra dimension. You can always use more than 1 color, but again, with alcohol markers, you can just do 2 coats, and even that will be enough. So, all right, I hope you enjoyed this. Oh, let me show you the flip through real quick of this book. So this one, he has a number of figure books. This one is called Figure It Out. Simple lessons, quick results, and yeah, it's great. This one is specifically good. Oh, I forgot to do that one. Great. Just realized my other camera's not on, but so be it. So this is the flip through. There's a lot of faces in this one. A lot of close-ups on noses. So this is a great book for kids, and it's a great book for beginners because everything is very up close. And you have guys and girls. Love it. And you know what else is fun is like every artist has their own, you know, like character. So even though mine is also very step by step, like here's his little tip and then like here's my little tip. It's so funny. And that's why I also encourage people to get, you know, books by different authors, even if they teach the same thing, because you're going to get different tips from different people that are also very helpful. So, love it. Side view. I like these like torso and headshot too, because I'm terrible. I do so many faces and I do all figures. And like, this is great. You don't have to do like a whole body in order to draw really cool drawings. So yeah, lots of great figures, lots of great characters. And then these little call out sections are super helpful. Where to add the little wrinkles in the clothes to make them look realistic. Just really simplistically broken down. So very, very helpful. And then here's some sitting poses, right? It's fantastic. That's so cute. Here's our dude that we just did. Boop and boop. Give him a little scenery. There's some sketching tips. Stylish dress, pants and a blazer. So perfect. Not too much, not too little. Step by step. As always, Christopher Hart just knocks it out of the park. So hope you enjoyed today's drawing. If you want me to do more figures in the future, please let me know and I will certainly bring those to you. Have an awesome week. I'll see you again with another book review coming soon. Thanks. Bye.